Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Campus Care at Talks. I am Nandini Upadhyay, your host of the show. Would like to welcome you all. So, let me tell you a bit about Ed Talks. So, Ed Talk is a platform where educators and leaders like you come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. So, our topic for discussion is the role of parents in education today beyond marks. And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us our very first panelist is Miss Anuradha Chandel ma'am, who is the principal of CT Public School, Jalandhar. Welcome, Anuradha ma'am. Next is Miss Reena Khajuria ma'am, who is the principal of Tiny Scholar School, Katwa. Welcome, Reena ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Next, we have with us Mr. Paramjeet Kumar sir, who is the principal of GND DAV Public School, Amritsar. Welcome, Paramjeet sir.
Namaskar, good evening everyone.
Next, we have with us is Captain Rohit Dwivedi ji sir, who is the principal of Guru Tegh Bahadur Public School, Sangrur, Punjab. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, and good evening to everyone.
And last, we have with us Mr. Bharat Bhushan Batra sir, who is the principal of Gyan Bharati Public School, Karnal. Welcome, Bharat sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all.
So, a very warm welcome to all the educators once again, and so good to have you here. So, thank you so much for taking out your precious time and being for this session. So, let me start with today's session. So, my very first question is with Paramjeet sir. Sir, what are the potential benefits of parents being involved in holistic aspects of their child's education, such as extracurricular activities and personal development? Over to Paramjeet sir.
Thank you, Nandiji and Vaidik Abhivadan. Sabko namaste. I would like to start my talk with a shloka of Vedas, which goes like Sahno Yasha, Sahno Brahma Vachasam. Meaning wise, we, the teachers and the learners, O Lord, we may progress in the right direction. So, the topic you have chosen, the EduTech has chosen, is really of great need in this era where there is a rat race for marks. Marks are not the benchmarks of any intelligence. Basically, the marks are there to motivate the students. But by and by, we have just grabbed it. We have just categorized the students as top notchers, mediocres, or tail enders, and like that. Whereas so many students to whom the teachers call tail enders have proven their mettle when they have grown up. So the intelligence, the quotient of intelligence has nothing to do with marks. Definitely, participating in examinations, enjoying the examination, learning from examination is very much important. But at the same time, the co-curricular activities to whom you call co-curricular activities, I personally call it is the way of life, which is in totality we are doing, in regularity we are doing whatever we are doing at our place, whatever we are doing while going to school, whatever we are doing in the evening with our friends, whatever we are doing before going to sleep in the bed. This is all part of co-curricular activity where we are learning by enjoying or by playing or by understanding the things. Whereas sometimes in the classes we are unable to understand, but then we cram the things and vomit it on the paper and get the marks, and we are also called intelligent people, intelligent students. In co-curricular activities, there are physical, mental development. All these aspects are taken due care, and by and by, the child learns it and grows with it. And even without knowing that the child is learning this, the child learns it. Dear friends, in my school, in DAV, Guru Nanak Dev DAV Public School, Bhikkhivind, I usually ask my teachers, especially the teachers, those who are teaching from classes nursery till standard fifth, that they should apply the approach of nine thinking caps. where the one single concept can be taught in 9 different ways. For example, if you are dealing with a single topic of, let us say, mathematical figures, those can be taught in classes, those can be taught in the smart classes as well. Those can be presented by the way of a rhyme, those can be presented by the way of a dance, those can be presented by the way of a sport. And every child has a different ability to grab the things. If we exclude co-curricular activities, then the child might not be able to learn what is required for life. The child, when participates in these activities, learns the art of collaboration, learns sharing and caring, learns so many things which we cannot teach by saying, but by participating and by holding hand of each other. The child grows and develops the ability of team building, ability of leadership, ability of communication, ability of so many things which cannot be expressed within 3-4 minutes. But definitely, the co-curricular activities are most essential part of any academic system. As far as the parents are concerned, by and large, the parents are of a great help to us, to the educators, and even they don't know that they are helping us in the co-curricular activities when they take their kids outside for a outing, when they take their kids to a cinema hall, when they take their kids to a party. They are of a great help to us where the child learns. But the thing is required that they don't give importance to all these things. They all are expecting when a child is going to somebody's place or to a party, the child must be well behaved. When we provide them the real kind of environment at school and in the society, the child grows and grows. These things are possible and can be given of more importance when both the parents and the school authorities, they work hand in hand. I usually say that teaching is just like a potter's work. When both the hands are put together and put equal pressure, then and only then the pot takes place. If one of the hand is a little loose or a little hard, the shape cannot be given to the vessel and it comes out of shape, and then it is of no use. In my opinion, the children of today, the millennials of today, because this era is a very fast era. I sometimes say that right from the evolution of human beings or the human race, we have worked on one thing only, and that is we have increased our speed. Every day we are working on it, and the speed is increased. With this increasing speed, are we are we the educators? Are we the parents? Have we developed that ability that we are also growing? If we have not developed that ability, we need to learn from our kids as well. We should help them, we should participate with them to learn the activities of today and try to know that through these activities, how the child is developing, what kind of social skill, what kind of soft skill, what kind of skills the child is learning, and how we can help. And if a parent is unable to learn all these things, then they must contact school, and the school, they must pass on to the school that these are the problems or these are the issues they are facing, so that in schools the teachers, the educators, they can facilitate the child and arrange such co-curricular activities like annual functions, sports days, other days, other important days. Assemblies are the very, very important essential part to inculcate, to culminate these values amongst the students. And the students of today should become the responsible citizen of tomorrow. Normally, when we talk of co-curricular activities, in co-curricular activities, we are giving due emphasis that the child's physical activities should be given the maximum time, because this in this era we all are facing the problem that the students are tech savvy and they are more interested in using their mobiles and laptops. So in schools, such co-curricular activities must be arranged, and the parents must encourage the schools. encourage the educators that in these activities they should also participate. दादा दादी की कहानियां, नाना नानी की कहानियां, बुआ के नुस्खे. These are the few things which we can arrange from parents as well. Some parents, those who are professional, they can be called and they can be asked to arrange some activities for the students. Further, I have just recently developed one habit among my students. We have started a club of kindness. In this club of kindness, the student, those who are doing some act or arranging something to pass on a value, those students are called in the assembly and they are awarded. And I have personally observed that the students are more interested in getting recognized. They are more interested in getting a pat from a teacher or from principal, and they are responding very well. So in totality, if we talk, the co-curricular activities, the scholastic and co-scholastic activities, these are the two wings of education. And they must go hand in hand, they must go together with one wing. No bird can fly. To sum up my talk, I would just say, नजर बदलो नजारे बदल जाएंगे, आंख बदलो इशारे बदल जाएंगे, कश्ती मत बदलो दोस्तों, दिशा बदलो किनारे बदल जाएंगे. And this is what the parents and we the educator need to learn, because we are in 21st century and we are marching ahead towards AI. And within 4-5 years, you'll be observing that the total scenario of teaching is going to change with the introduction of NEP, where the more of emphasis has been given on the soft skills, the social skills, the life skills. We need to work on co-curricular activities, and we must to organize co-curricular activities in this way that the curriculum should be taught in a way that the child is just learning through co-curricular activities. Thank you, Nidhi, for giving me ample time to express my views. Anything you feel like asking, you can ask another question.
Thank you so much, Paramjeet sir. And I absolutely agree with you. This 21st century is actually the fast era that we are, seeing it live. And also, sir, you talked about that the one concept should be taught in 9 different ways. I absolutely agree with you on that point as well. And when you talked about this, I thought of the NEP talked about the cross curricular linkage, right? So if we are teaching physics probably, so we can take students to some monumental place, and through them we can teach them science and history simultaneously.
This
So
is experiential learning, basically
right, sir.
experiential learning, which the CBS is now stressing upon.
Right, sir. Right, sir. So thank you so
Ji, ji.
much, Paramjeet, sir. So moving ahead, my next question is for Reena ma'am. So, Reena ma'am, what
Okay.
strategies can parents employ to empower their children to think critically, problem solving, and be resilient to face the challenges in future? Over to Reena ma'am.
First of all, a very good evening to everyone, to all the dignitaries present here. It's really a pleasure moment, release moment for me that today I'm going to share this platform with such eminent personalities I can see here. And moreover, thank to God and my parents and Nandini ma'am always supporting me and always taking this event. So, as per my question, it is not easy to be parent actually. It's a quite responsible job, as we can say that it's a very joyous job too. We see the creativity of our child from toddler to LKG to first, then asking the question, then passing the examination, and then turning into a fine lady and gentleman. It's all what we see. It's all we see them the look after affectionately, and this like a small plant grow into a big tree. So you would always remember we are not here like a money lender that when we say our child that today I'm spending so much money on you and now in my old age you have to give me back. No, it's just like a gift blessed point from God. So it's our responsibility. And dear Nandini ma'am, according to me, if once a parent know what to do what not to do, then definitely the life of their child, the journey of being a parent is quite easy and quite beautiful. You know what, Nandini ma'am, lot of time you can see, even I'm also a parent, We are always correcting our child. Don't do this. What are you doing? Don't do this. This is not happen to you. आप क्या कर रहे हो? ऐसा नहीं करिए, ऐसा चलिए. No, you are not, you are failed to build a connect with your child. हम connection नहीं बनाते हैं अपने बच्चों के साथ, हम सिर्फ उनको correct करने में चले हैं. आप ऐसा नहीं कर रहे, आप ऐसा नहीं कर रहे हो. हम जब connection नहीं बनाएंगे तो बच्चा एक fear feel करेगा, वो हमसे चीजों को hide करेगा, वो जो कुछ करना भी चाहेगा वो नहीं करेगा, है ना. तो हम, it's a time to make a connect, to build a connect, so that the child encapsulated the things that he really wants from the parent. पेरेंट क्या करते हैं उनपे, जैसे कि हमारा टॉपिक है कि मार्क्स मार्क्स मार्क्स, व्हाई हम ये क्यों नहीं सोचते कि हमारे बच्चे के क्या कंसेप्ट क्लियर हुए हैं. We always put a pressure on that marks. We don't know कि how our child is bring up their bringing, क्या उसको concepts clear हैं, क्या वो आगे जा पाएगा, क्या वो एक competitive exam को clear कर पाएगा. No, अगर हमारे बच्चे ने 95 98 मार्क्स ले ले, we are so happy, we are delighted to share this video, share this news with everyone. But you know what, हमारा बच्चा कहीं ना कहीं सिर्फ एक रट्टाफिकेशन की दुकान बन चुका होता है, उसको मार्क्स लाने होते हैं ना. हम प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग पे काम नहीं करते हैं, हम क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग नहीं करते हैं, कनेक्ट नहीं बनाते, अपने बच्चों से कनेक्शन नहीं कर पाते हैं, क्योंकि हम एक पेरेंट वैसे टाइम पे, इट्स सेंचुरी वेयर ऑल नीड अ कंपटीशन. हमें उस कंपटीशन में आना है, उनके बच्चे ने इतने मार्क्स ले लिए हैं, मेरा बच्चा इतने मार्क्स नहीं ले पा रहा. नो, this is not a correct time. We parent always just make a connect, look after our child in such a way that कि वो अपने हर प्रॉब्लम को हमसे शेयर करे. अब दिस इज द टाइम, एज पर माय क्वेश्चन, कि हाउ द चाइल्ड जस्ट सॉल्व द चैलेंजेस, जस्ट एक्सेप्ट द चैलेंजेस. वो तभी चैलेंज एक्सेप्ट करेगा जब हम पेरेंट बोलेंगे वी आर ऑलवेज विद यू बेटा, वट एवर यू वांट टू डू इन लाइफ, you in a don't go their distract manner, always do concrete things, always in a positive way, and we are always with you whatever you want in your life. Either it may be wrong, either it may be right. Okay, so as Paramjit Kumar sir, sir तो बहुत बड़ी eminent personality हैं, मैं बस इतना कहूंगी, आई एम टोटली एग्री विथ यू सर, बट द थिंग इज दैट अगर हम चाहते हैं कि हमारा बच्चा सुबह जल्दी उठे, हमारा बच्चा ये करे, एक्सरसाइज करे, हमारा बच्चा अच्छे से बिहेव करे, ही शुड बी स्पीक सॉफ्टली, ही शुड बी बिहेव प्रॉपर्ली, ही शुड नो हाउ टू टॉक विद अदर्स, हाउ टू गिव रिस्पेक्ट टू एल्डर्स, वी हैव टू स्टार्ट फर्स्ट विद आवरसेल्व्स. अगर हम घर पे खुद अच्छे से काम करेंगे, खुद बच्चों से अच्छे से कम्युनिकेट करेंगे, उनको रिस्पेक्ट करना सिखाएंगे, उनके सामने रिस्पेक्टफुली बात करेंगे, तो बच्चा वही कैरी करता है. क्योंकि बच्चे के अनकॉन्शियस माइंड में द इज अ फाइल जो बच्चा देखता है. दैट्स व्हाई CBSE always put emphasized on audio visual aids, put these type of things. Why? Because जब वो livelihood से, जब हम पेरेंट, being a parent एक अच्छी बात है, अच्छे संस्कार, सनातन धर्म, सब कुछ अपने बच्चे को सिखाएंगे, इवेंचुअली एट द लास्ट टाइम बच्चा वही कलकेट करेगा और वही बच्चा हमारे सामने लाएगा. इट्स डिपेंड्स अपॉन ओनली अस, how we treat our child, how we are just having such good manners, cultivate good manner to our child. So it's our duty, it's our responsibility, being a parent, how we're dealing with our child. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reena ma'am. And ma'am so rightly said, it's actually not easy to be a parent, and you being your parent yourself, so I'm sure you must be knowing all the difficulties and challenges that you are facing. So moving
Yes.
ahead, my next question is for Rohit sir. Sir, in what ways
Yes,
can
ma'am.
parents help equip their children with essential life skills and that will benefit them beyond their academic years? Over to Rohit sir.
Good evening to everyone. I'm delighted to be here today with you all. And let me also start with one Sanskrit shlok, which is it's an old one, which I hope that people will understand, that yesham na vidya na tapo na jnanam na sheelam na guno na dharma te martiloke bhui bhari bhuta manushya rupen mrigash charante. Now, what does it mean? It talks about Vidya only once, but Tap and Gyan, Gun and Dharm, it talks about many other things. It says that the people who don't have education, the qualities of a good human being, they are like deer who are just grazing, and they are like weight on this earth. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you
Yes,
are
very
Am
audible.
much
I
so.
audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying that in education we talk about, when we talk about education, we talk about studies, we only focus on something which is like a cognitive skills which is given in the school. Whereas education is much more than that. And in that respect, I think parents play a very great role, because they are there right from the beginning when the child is born, stays with the family, parents, and somebody who's like a parent. Not only parents, but in many families there are some elders, some uncles, aunties, grandmother, grandfather, and even neighbors, and so many other people. They teach a lot. So a human being is not only having the knowledge from the school, rather so many other things are there. And life is not only something related to only what is taught in the school. Most of the time you see that what is taught, uh, except, I may, maybe, I don't know whether people will agree with me or not, but except in science and technology and things like that, most of the things which is taught in the school, we hardly use in the real life, truly speaking. So here comes the value of so many other things, like earlier the talk was only that of IQ, intelligence quotient. Slowly the talk came that something called emotional quotient is also there, where you learn about how you perceive, how much empathy you have, how much assertive you are. Then social quotient is there, how you connect with the people, how much cooperative you are. IQ is only part of it. Social quotient. Then something called, now they talk about adversity quotient. Now adversity quotient is something very, very important. Again, in life we face many challenges, and these challenges are something which impede our growth, which can really take a we can take a different turn in our lives. So adversity quotient is something how you teach your children to face adversities and rise above that. Something called spiritual quotient. Spiritual quotient, how you understand life, what philosophy of life you have, so which takes you out of your darkness, your dark moments. And all these things, I believe that it is all taught by parents, by the people with whom you live most of the time. School you go, you learn so many things, but there's a syllabus, as sir was pointing out earlier, that we have now reduced everything to marks. The scholastic achievements, they are all now how much marks you have got, how much CGPI you have got. And it is a product of the industrial age. If you if you see about the education earlier, I mean, before the industrial age dawned upon us, most of the people used to go to some university, some ashram, or some places where they used to come out and they were like, okay, so and so has come back from Oxford, or so and so place, and that was it. But we started giving marks, we started categorizing people based on their marks, and which is nothing but a kind of as sir said, that it is a regurgitating the same thing what you have learned. Now life is much more than that. Life is not only that you learn facts and figures and then you go beyond it. It is much more than that. Like, for example, nobody teaches about the financial literacy. Nobody teaches about good communication skills so much. I mean, it is taught. I won't say it is not taught, but truly speaking, we call it mother tongue. Why it is called mother tongue? Because we learn in our own childhood whatever people speak around us, that becomes our accent. That is the best language which you learn. That's why it is called mother tongue. So who teaches this? This is all parents teach throughout your life. You use communication skills are all, I think, they come from the family, from where you are. The love for the language, the love for the expressions, muhavra, and all these things, the way you speak, it is all, it reflects your actually parents, your own family. So these are important things. One more thing I want to bring out is that I remember a theory of Gardner. who's an American psychologist who talks about 9 types of intelligence. Now, most of us in schools, in our education system, we are only taught to categorize people based on only some limited kind of intelligence. Whereas he talks about so many of intelligence like naturalistic, musical, logical, mathematical, existential, intrapersonal, interpersonal, kinesthetic, and so many tough, like somebody has got spatial intelligence. You can understand about the maps, about the locations in 3D, you can visualize. Somebody has got a musical talent. Somebody has got a talent in the sports. Many times in our limited thinking and in our limited system in the schools, we only focus on very few things and we say he or she is not getting good marks, so he is bad. And that kind of labeling which happens, so many other talents are just killed then and there. So who promotes these kind of things? Again, parents. They only realize that, oh, my child is good in music, understanding of music, or my child is good in sports. Who encourages that? They only take you to some other place for coaching, some violin training, or some other kind of like they give you some good books. Okay, read about the Chanakya, Karl Marx, or about Machiavelli, whatever. I mean, these books you read, you remember that in the childhood, the kind of books which you read, which you go through, they leave a lasting impression on you throughout your lives. So these are some of the things which are again done at home. So it is again important that what kind of learning you are having at home, your parents, what books they have given you, how to manage your finances, as I said earlier. Like nobody teaches how to manage your money. Uh, it is not only important nowadays to save. People used to say that save. Now it is the new mantra is that if you read that rich dad, poor dad kind of books, you say that how to invest and how to become wealthy, not rich. There's a difference between being wealthy and rich. Rich dad, poor dad actually talks about this thing that children learn about these kind of things from their parents. Nowhere else. Nobody teaches you how to manage your money, how to increase it. Then how to do critical thinking. Critical thinking is something very, very important, like how you solve the problem, how you manage your time. All these things are taught at home. Somebody gets up early in the morning, your parents have inculcated that habit. Perhaps you will get up in the morning, and perhaps your entire life you will have some extra hours to you, some productive hours. Like I know so many people who inculcate this habit of getting up in the morning and having a very productive time in the morning hours.